Good evening and welcome to another edition of Community Tapestry. I'm Napoleon Bell. I'm the Executive Director with the City of Columbus Community Relations Commission, and you know, next to me is
Teague.
Ms. Toni Teague, the co-host. Next to me, as always, and we're here. We got a great show coming up. I mean, we're going to be talking about health and fitness and wellness, and we're going to be talking about back to school. It's that time of the month, or that time of the year, should I say?
It is.
That time of the year. But you know, this time of the year has been the excruciating hot time of the year.
But I'm telling you, it's my time of the year.
Well, not mine, because you know, even on the set here, I'm sitting here sweating
to death.
I tell you what, so the heat has been incredible, but I think we have a cool spell coming on, so this is the best time for me to get out on the boat and relax a little bit.
That's right. Well, hey, my flowers are in bloom, so I'm happy. My flowers are in bloom. Vitamin D is being produced every time I go outside in the hot sun.
You've got flowers.
I've got flowers.
That's great. You're doing much better than me. But we you know, this is a time though to you know, going back to school, but also getting ready for the school season, and also, you know, since it's cool, you know, be getting out a lot more.
Yeah.
And it got to look good.
Got to look good.
So we've got two people here that are going to make us look good.
Yes.
You know, so I got to introduce them. So let's get right to it. We've got with us on my left, we've got Miss Bobbie Kuhns. She is the fitness specialist at the YMCA, but also has a business of her own, No Off-Season Fitness. Getting with it on every season, right?
That's right.
All right.
There's never a day off.
Well, we'd like to welcome you back to the show because of the fact that you're already here, and so we've got some great things to follow up with on that, and a big announcement also. So, but next to her, we have Miss Susan Cullen. She works for a community center, and in that community center, she's also a personal trainer, so does a lot of contract work. So if you need some help, make sure you go to Susan also with this. And in case we pass out right now, she's helped us with CPR.
Right,
she's a CPR trainer
right.
too.
Resuscitate us.
All right.
But you know, they definitely are. I mean, to look at these two beautiful women, they are just the epitome of good health, and they radiate good health. And they don't look like he-men. They work out all the time, and they look like women.
Well, I mean, exactly, because so often you might hear somebody go, you know, I don't want to start working out because, you know, I don't want to bulk up and get big muscles like it's going to happen overnight.
Right. They think they're going to look like you. And,
yeah, that's it.
It takes a lot of work to look that good.
Right. Tell me anything. I'll keep talking. No, but anyways. But let me ask you this, though, you know, and let me start with Bobbie, because you're has been here before, and we're kind of doing some follow-up here work, and we got a chance, you know, to work out on I call it the T-Rex, but what's it called?
TRX.
The TRX. Got to work out on the TRX. And we're going to cue up the video here in just a second, but tell us a little bit just about the TRX, about what, you know, how it's different than just the normal workout.
The TRX was, first of all, it's the history of it. It's designed by a Navy SEAL. Does not mean that you need to be a Navy SEAL in order to use it. Every muscle in your body is going to work all at the same time. Every movement derives from the core, which is obviously where we always store extra what you like to call fluff. And without a strong core leads to other issues, health issues. Bad backs, to lack of movement, mobility, and things of that nature. So again, every movement derives from the core. While you're strengthening one muscle group, you're also increasing flexibility through the other. Heart rates come up, so you're getting both things at the same time, cardio and strength training.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, you know, we did a little bit of the TRX, and it felt like the T-Rex on me. Let me tell you.
It was a little intense, but it was good.
It was very intense. Good. And we went to the YMCA and did this, and we'd like to thank them for allowing us there.
Thank you.
But also, I want you to take a look at this video. It was very intense for me, and I'm also for Toni. And you might look at our heights too. You might see a little bit of difference there. So if we've got that video queued up, we would like to roll video if you could. You know what, we are on location here at the YMCA once again, you know, because this is our health and wellness time, and the killer, Miss Bobbie Kuhns, is going to show us on a new contraption. And so, you know, let's talk about this. What is this contraction that we're going to be working on here?
This is a TRX. It is actually created by a Navy SEAL, so it's fitness in a bag designed to go anywhere you are. Whether it's in the hotel, outside, you can hook it up to a tree. Inside, you can attach it to your door frame, which is mount-free, meaning that you're not going to leave a hole in your door.
That's a good thing.
Exactly. Everybody's biggest concern is that.
Right.
But every movement derives from your core, and because most people complain about their core, we know that the TRX, with working that, you're going to get those results. Fast, effective, and very efficient workout.
All right. Well, I'm a little nervous already because you said the Marines use this.
The Marines
use this. Well, Navy SEALs.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, I've always thought I could do that, but after seeing some of those movies, I'm not sure. But this will be a good test, I guess.
Yes. Well, the one thing to remember is that you are your own weight. So I can adjust the load by the placement of my feet. If I walk in towards my anchor, I'm going to put more of my body weight on that I have to either pull or push. So again, I can adjust it by walking away and make it a little bit easier. So that's why it's for any fitness level. That's how you get started.
Let's first of all, tricep area. Let's see how can the TRX help us? Show us what we need to do here.
Fantastic. You guys are going to both grab your straps, walk away from me, walk away from your anchor. You're going to take your palms to the floor, arms extended out to that high diagonal.
Okay.
Start off with your feet apart because that makes it a little bit easier. You guys are going to bend your elbows, bringing the top of your hand to the top of your head, keeping your elbows in your shoulder frame. Elbows in.
Right there.
There we go.
See?
Okay, now I got
Exhale, push that away.
Okay.
Now, one thing to make sure when using the TRX, now extend those arms, is that you have your abs in tight. Last segment, we talked a lot on how to find neutral position for the abs, right for your back, so you protect it at all times. Now you got to take that part into the air. So again, let's go all the way down. Now push it away. Tell me, what do you guys feel? And you want to make sure that you're not winging out. Elbows are going to go straight forward, right like that. There you go.
Yeah,
I feel
that.
triceps working. Take it all the way down. Now let's have a little bit of fun.
Oh, this is fun.
Bring your legs in towards each other a little bit more, and tell me if you notice your core help assist the movement just a little bit more. Yeah. Your abs are pinching.
Oh yeah.
That it?
Like that?
Yep. Now let's have even more fun by bringing those legs all the way together.
Okay.
All the way in, halfway out. So you're getting a little pulse movement.
Okay.
All the way in,
All the way in.
halfway out.
Halfway out.
Push it out to halfway. And all the way back in. Now, can you feel those triceps connect all the way into your armpit?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Can you see how that can be effective?
Okay.
Now go all the way out and in.
Okay.
Ready to move on.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yes, that's a good one.
Isn't that a good?
That is a very good
I
one.
feel it here.
Yes.
There you go.
That's good. All right.
All right. So what next? What?
All right, let's go into grab your TRX,
Okay.
face away from your anchor. It's going to give you a little stretch. It's a great thing about the TRX. So one muscle group works, the muscle group is lengthening out, getting a stretch.
Okay.
So you guys are going to take your arms straight up to the ceiling, right foot forward, thumbs touch. So I call it the golf throwdown. Step forward with your right foot.
Right foot.
In the gym, sometimes you guys maybe have done what's called a wood chop. Keep your hips stabilized. Shoulders are over your hips. You're tucking your tailbone. You want to slice down to your hip on the right side. Feel the contraction through that oblique, but get a nice big stretch through that shoulder blade, and then bring it back up without the rocking and teeter-tottering. And here we go, slice it down. The more you put load in, keeping the arms into your straps, the more you're going to feel that oblique fire up. Can you feel that?
Right.
Like
Oh, yeah.
that? So to get to the other side, you're either going to walk or hop it and switch.
All right.
Thumbs together again.
I think I do the walk.
handles are together, and you slice down to that other side. And again, that breath is important. If I'm inhaling as I slice down, I'm training my abs to puff out. So I need to exhale as I throw down.
So proper breathing.
Yes, always. Exhale, slice. Can you feel the obliques? Now, more importantly, can you guys get a nice big stretch? And you can get a little bit of a stretch right through that the tricep in which you just worked.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Okay. I like that one. I like that one too.
All right, so we're going more into those abs, right?
Uh-oh. This is the part I don't
One
like.
of my favorites. You guys are going to do planks on the floor. So if you're brand new to a TRX, always say start off with the forearms on the floor, but you guys got it in. You're
Professional.
full arms. That's right. You're going to come down to your knees. I'm going to help assist. Put your feet into your foot cradles. Otherwise, on your own, you can do this.
Yes,
You don't need a trainer to put your feet in.
All right.
And you guys are going to keep your knees down until we're ready to lift. Making sure that core is tight. Low back is what's called neutral.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to come back up to all fours. Abs are tight. I want you guys to both feel like you're pulling your belly button up into my hand. Relax those shoulder blades. Woo! And keep those abs in tight. Okay. Hug your thighs tight together. Lift your knees up.
Napoleon.
Hug them tight. Now lift your legs up in plank. Okay. You're going to lift your hips up slightly. You want your hips in line with your shoulders, right? If I'm sagging, I'm going to feel my low back. Okay. Doesn't that feel great just to hold it there, guys?
Yeah,
Could you
it
just give
does.
a whole segment
I'm
right
not
here?
quite sure how much longer I can do this.
All right, let's make it a little bit harder. Pull both knees into your chest. It's called the tuck. Now push it back out.
I like this.
Pull it in and push it out. Now, if I want to hit those obliques, that waistline, I'm going to pull both knees over to the elbow.
Okay.
And then I'm going to push it back out into plank.
I like it.
Pull it over to the other elbow.
Like
And yes.
side.
And side to side. Let's do one more time to your
Yeah.
side. Come on, Napoleon. Come on. Now you're uneven. Do that side. You got to pull up to this side. Now knees come down. Relax. Well done.
Let me tell you, that's a little difficult.
So now let's work that front core just a little bit. Go ahead and lay down on your back, face into your anchor. You guys are going to place your heels into your foot cradles.
All right. I don't know if my heels will fit into that
Lay all
foot
the way
cradle.
down.
Hey, if a Navy SEAL can have their hands
I don't know.
All right, so you guys' goal, your challenge, is to keep pressing down on your foot cradle.
Okay.
Hands are going to stack. Place it behind the base head neck. Here's the thing. Put holes in your neck. You can always take your hands off in front, right? That makes your sit-up a little bit easier. You guys want to pull your legs back to tabletop. So your knees are in line with your hips. Pull them back. Perfect. Remember that breath is crucial. Hug your thighs tight together. Start off with just your upper body. I want you guys to exhale, curl up 3/4 of the way, as far up as you can come without rocking in your low back. Curl up.
Not at all.
Your hands. We're just
Keep
going to
your
come up
hand.
3/4 means
Okay.
it's right there. That's it.
Oh,
Go
it's
back
right
down.
there. Oh, okay.
Fingertips just barely touch. And go back down.
Okay.
That's
I
a basic
feel it.
crunch lift. Now straighten your legs all the way out.
Okay.
And continue on that. Lift and lower. Can you feel your abdominals below your belly button?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Now, the goal is, remember, anybody can do a zillion crunches, right? But when performed correctly, they're more effective,
Work
and
smart.
you cannot do as many, right?
To half a zillion.
That's right. So that means I don't want my bottom to fire up. I don't want to come up so high that I squeeze in my butt in order to lift my upper body. So keep it relaxed. Now we're ready to work those obliques. Go back to tabletop position. Curl up 3/4 away. I want you guys to twist to that side. Hold. Extend your opposite leg out. So this leg comes out. This leg comes into your chest. Now come back to tabletop. Inhale back to the center. Don't drop. Stay up. That's the challenge. Exhale, twist, and extend opposite leg. And back to the center and twist. Come back to the center. Now tell me, you guys, can you guys feel your abdominals? The entire section, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's feeling my abdominals.
You like it?
I think they're getting numb.
Your legs are getting up.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Woohoo!
Oh, that's something.
Pull in all the way
Okay.
down and rest. Stretch it out.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, I tell you what.
You have us in good shape in no time.
In no time, well, you know. So we're gonna be talking more in the studio about nutrition and things that we should be eating and should not be eating, and then also other ways, because if we don't have these things,
Right.
you know, what else can we do? You know, at home and at work, etc. So I guess this is about that time. We're gonna turn it back over to the studio, and we'll see you right there, like the flash of magic. Whoa, you know what? That was making me tired all over again. I'm sitting out here sweating already just because by watching that again.
That was a good bit of good workout.
You know, seriously, that was very intense in those minutes that we did that. I can imagine just doing an entire workout with that. And let me ask you, Bobbie, just, you know, this seems fairly new. You know, you said the Navy SEALs doing what have you, but is this something that is a TRX? Is this a program or a workout routine that's been used for a while now, or is this something that's new out?
It's been around for years. To actually know the exact number, I couldn't tell you. I should have looked that up.
But the good news is you use it.
Yes, I've used it for several years. Personally, I've been using it for 4 years.
Okay.
It was out at least 2 years prior to that. It is something that anybody can use by themselves. Fitness anywhere, fitness in the bag. So again, it's that no excuse, no off-season fitness model.
Right.
Take it with you to the hotels. You can attach it to your door, right? It has different devices to anchor it to. You can hook it up to trees, so you can go to the park. You know, swing sets is probably a great place to attach it from the top.
Right.
So really, there's no excuse.
No
to not be able to work out
It's-
with this.
Yeah. I
Exactly.
like it. It's fitness in a bag, you
Yeah,
said.
that's
I
truly
love that.
fitness in a bag. Well, you know, let me turn to you, Susan. I mean, do you use the the TRX, or when you do your personal training, do you use something different, or what?
I use a TRX as well.
Okay.
And one point I wanted to add to this is that, you know, this is basically using your body weight, which when you're on the road traveling, or let's say you can't afford to go to a fitness center or whatever, there are so many different ways that you can just use your own body weight to work out. And a lot of people think, well, gosh, I can't go to a gym, or I don't have time, or whatever. There's many a day when my schedule's so hectic, I'm doing squats in my bathroom, push-ups in my bathroom before I start my day, or whatever. But
when you talk about time, I mean, how much time would something like this take to do? I mean, you know, because if this is something in a bag, how much time should somebody set aside to do either TRX or some type of
I'd say
workout?
if you're on a crunch time, you can get a good all body workout in 20 minutes. I mean, if you have to.
Well,
yeah.
And I believe that because
we did it.
we could have done it. We did it in 14 minutes actually.
Right.
But
You can hit all your muscle groups.
We did.
Very
Yes, we did.
quickly. Very quickly.
that was great because that we did our tris, and we did our triceps
Quads.
and stomachs and our love handles or
Yeah.
muffin top or whatever people want to call it. But that was,
I was thinking about, you know, I think our viewing audience might be a little interested in the McDonald's that we have up there after we've talked about wellness and exercise. So do you want to tell us the story about the hamburger and the wellness, and then we'll go to Susan and talk about nutrition?
Awesome. Last year when I was here, we talked about nutrition, and we talked about how food is pumped up with lots of different preservatives or growth implant alterations. This here is the burger from last year. So again, the viewers could see that there is still no mold. This particular burger is a year old. I did have another burger that should be now today if I wanted to celebrate its birthday. 4.5 years old. I had somebody who helped me clean up after one of my weight loss challenges, which is just that educational piece. I think they decided they didn't ever want to see it again. And so anyway, they threw it away, and we need to then get a new one.
okay.
But again,
okay.
same thing.
So it
Didn't
still
mold.
looks the same.
Still looks the same.
No mold after 1 year.
Lots of good stuff in that.
Right. Lots
Plastic.
of good chemicals. Well, and you know, when we talk about nutrition and you know, I guess fast food is probably the thing that people, you know, you say don't go to get as fast food. But I want to talk about two things. I mean, if you do have to get fast food, what's the best thing to get, first of all? But then, you know, we talked about what goes in your body and what you get out of it, and some of the empty carbs
Kilocalories, is that what we call them?
Talk to us, both of you, about on how someone could best set up their day, and say, you know, just in general, what should they be ingesting in their body, and how much of that, and what's bad.
You want me to start real fast? Sure. Number one, we want to remember that no two bodies are the same, right? So each person should have a program that is critiqued and personalized for their body needs. And that's going to go into what you and I did today with the evaluation, and we'll probably go into that, right? And you can tell the audience how young you are.
Yes.
Internally. But again, you need to know internal to external about your body and then go from there. That might sound a little complicated to people, so try and keep it simple, and we want to keep a well-balanced diet. Susan, what's a well-balanced diet?
The right amount of carbs, proteins, and your fats. A lot of people think when I go on a diet, I've got to go on these crazy diets with just protein, cut out all the carbs, or if they're an athlete, they think I just need carbs to give me the right amount of energy. But it is truly about a balanced diet, along with the exercise. The two have to go hand in hand, because it's the proper way. Your body is asking for that. So why not treat your body, give your body what it needs.
Yeah.
Right.
It will respond.
Well, and we also want to make sure that we give our callers a chance to call in. Then call in to 645-6557. That's 645-6557. To give us a call, ask our two personal trainers and nutritionists any questions you might have, because I'm sure if you're
Free
watching,
advice.
you're trying to figure out, okay, what'll get me going into being a healthy and healthy diet, or just being healthy and also fit.
Because you can actually, you know, reduce your body age by doing a combination of exercise and healthy eating, which is something I wasn't really aware of until recently. So, can you tell us about that, and what did you do with Napoleon?
Yes.
Do you want to take that one?
Well, coming on the program, I knew you guys were coming on, and I said, you know what we're going to do? I said, okay, I'm going to go in and get a body scan. So I went into Bobbie's office and got a body scan of where I'm at and how much I weigh and the BMI and fat and all my legs and arms and what have you.
He was so afraid of this. He was dreading this.
I was dreading it.
And I told him he has nothing to worry about.
Right. So anyways, we go in, I go in and do this. And it tells me, that my fat content, and I was within range in those areas, but what about the part where it tells you your metabolic age? So this is the part where I have to make sure all my viewing audience and every friend that I have out there is listening, all my Facebook friends. What was my metabolic age?
38.
38.
Which is awesome, which is what we want to try, right? Physically, we know what our physical age is, and if we can be younger than that physical age, that speaks volumes, right? Shows that you're taking care of yourself. Within that scan, it tells you and can help you guide on how many calories you should consume a day if you're looking to maintain, lose, or even gain weight, to the individual muscle mass, to body fat, hydration levels, bone density, kind of puts you on a target. So at least, if there's any red flags, you could go and seek out your doctor and have special tests done.
Now, there's something good about this for Napoleon. I mean, the good news for him is he's been fighting the fluff.
The
national campaign to fight the fluff for a really long time. But what if you're a person who won't be getting the great news like this right up front? They probably have a little more work, if not a lot more work to do, but may feel intimidated because, I mean, look at Napoleon and his muscles and look at the two of you and how fit you are, how radiant you are. I mean, it would be easy to be intimidated if I had if somebody had a whole lot of work to do and I'm looking at you, you'd probably think that's not obtainable. So can you give some advice or some level of motivation for people who are interested in what you have to offer? Yeah, getting started.
First of all, it's a personal journey, and it needs to be a lifestyle change, no matter what your goals are. Maybe it's not eating right, maybe it's not exercising right, but once you make the commitment to making the lifestyle change, it can literally change your life. And I've always worked out, but I decided to do the scan and working with Bobbie on the plan we have, and I just changing my diet just a little bit. It actually helped me to not be as hungry during the day, and it really did wonders for me. And as far as somebody just starting out that isn't used to it or can't go to a fancy gym, just what I always tell people, if you can grab a buddy to do it with you, even if you're just going to go take walks and say, hey, I ate right today, I'm trying to do better. It is one baby step at a time, and it's don't try to climb the mountain. We didn't put the fluff on overnight, and it's not going to come off overnight.
No doubt. I give it away, and I keep getting it back. I give it away, and I come up and get it back. So
baby steps.
When I'm working in a community center, I mean, what do you see there? Do you see a lot of our youth coming through? Because we see so much about and have heard about juvenile obesity and diabetes and so on and so on. Do you see more of that coming into the community center, or is it pretty balanced?
There's always been youth programs in community centers, but I know that community centers now are they're very aware of the obesity problem with children. They're very aware of the lack of movement that our children have. Even the kids that are not obese. My kids are guilty of it as well. They've got great thumbs because they're working with their video games all the time. But they're really trying to do a good job of getting even more programs than they ever have into the community center. And that's one other thing that I would say to just people that maybe you're not a member of a gym, but go to your local community center. Go check out the classes that they have for kids. Encourage the leaders at the community center and to create new programs, because it's for you. Your community center is for you.
Definitely. Now, are you able to use the TRX? Can youth use the TRX?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay, so I mean that seemed like it might be fun for them.
Yeah.
Right.
But yet they're getting a good workout, but it could be fun because they could be like Spider-Man or something.
It's something the whole family could use, I bet, at home, and it's an investment, but it's not as much as a gym membership.
Correct.
It's not as large an investment as a gym membership, and there are some other things that you can use around the home to help build some muscle, right?
Absolutely.
Or get fit. Not necessarily build muscle,
Right,
but
get
tone.
fit, just whatever, right? Because we all know that muscle is very important to the body. It burns 10% more fat, or 10% more calories at rest than fat does. So you don't want to skip it. Absolutely, things that you can use around your home. Anything that weighs something that you can hold, right? So think about opening up your pantry or maybe open up your fridge. Save your milk cartons and fill them up with part way up with water. Maybe you want the full gallon, right? 5 pounds. You could even use sand. You can be creative. It's just finding something that causes the muscle to contract just a little bit more than as if you were using your own fist.
Okay, so a gallon of water is 5 pounds, and that 5-pound weight can actually do a good bit to help build muscle, tone up the arms,
Eat the cookie and curl your milk and curl the milk all at the same time.
Eat the cookie, curl the milk. It sounds like a chapter for your book or something.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Well, and then you see the strongman contest. I mean, when you're out picking up rocks and this, that, and the other. But actually, a friend of mine, that's what he did is he went out and picked up big rocks, and he would weigh himself with the rock, and so he knows how much the rock weighs.
Right.
But so you're saying being creative. So
Right.
do those type of things. So there's no excuse if you don't have enough money to, for a gym membership, or it's too far away, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Look for things around the house that you can still accomplish the goal that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what, one fun thing for kids to play with, we all grew up playing with ropes and trees and things. If a TRX is not in your budget, you can get a rope for a child, and you can have another child hold the rope behind, another can pull like this. You can work your triceps. You can put that rope around a tree. You can work your back. There's just all kinds of ways for kids to rediscover having fun outside.
Wow.
And adults too.
Yeah.
In this economy, thank you.
Well, I think the biggest thing, get outside. Pull yourself away from the video games and go outside, and from the texting too.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't want to end up with a carpal thumb.
Carpal thumb. Right. So let me ask you this: a lot of great information, and definitely, and it sounds like you really go not just to take somebody and work out with them, but you look into their nutritional background and how you can help them that way, because that apparently is the basis of whatever you're going to do in the gym. So how would someone get a hold of both of you to be able to get that motivation, get started, and you show them the way to be able to become successful in reaching their goals?
All my information is located on nooffseasonfitness.com. That would probably be the easiest website. Otherwise, phone number is 614-579-7263. That lists classes, personal training. I do a lot of small group work where we formulated for the economy a class setting, so it's saved in the budget, but they still get the benefit as if it was a one-on-one, personalized to your own needs. So
Excellent.
I think that's one of those things that I just love about Bobbie, because she's so thoughtful about how to work with people and keep them engaged. So I hope you guys call.
Yep. And
my number is 614-783-7441. And it's a good point that you mentioned that, because if you are going to work with a trainer, it's you need to find somebody that works with your personality, because there's a lot of excellent trainers out there, know what they're doing. But sometimes, just if you find somebody that really makes you click and motivates you. But the most important thing is that you find a trainer that can take you through your journey, and you're always feeling like you're challenged, but yet you're very cared for at the same time.
Oh, I love that.
Journey. Well, I'm on this journey. I have committed to be on this journey. Went through the scan.
correct.
And we've got all the numbers
Correct.
in a safe deposit box, the numbers of where I fell. Okay, so we've got all the numbers, have my weight and my metabolic age, which was 38, but all the other numbers about and areas that we need to work on. So what we're going to do in fighting the fluff, okay, this time, well, in August or December of this year, of 2011, we're going to bring Bobbie back and Susan back to the program. We're going to go over those numbers. So I'm challenging everyone out there in the viewing audience, because this is we're trying to get fit for 2012. We're trying to, there's so many great things that are going on in the city of getting fit and being healthy, and fighting obesity and fighting diabetes and all those things that come with unhealthy living. So what I want to do, well, you probably not as much, but me, more importantly, I'm making that challenge out there. I've got a set number. I'll say 20, actually it's 30 pounds, but we'll shoot for 25. Happy medium point. And we're going to go from now till December. So our December show, make sure you watch the December show because we're going to bring them back, see how we did. But I'm challenging everyone out there to do the same thing. Get on our Facebook page at Nap Bell. If you want to be involved, and get on there and say I want to fight the fluff. All right, we're all going to be fighting the fluff together.
Fight the fluff with Nap and Toni. Okay.
There you go. Exactly right. Any last words from our fitness gurus?
Just get started. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. Because something as little as walking, and it's really not little, but you might feel like it's not enough. It's a start. Get going.
Get started, get going.
And have fun with it.
Yeah.
Have fun. It's
Okay,
be
well,
fun.
I'm going to try to have fun. And we're going to have fun on our next segment, actually. We're going to be getting back to school. We're going to be learning about all the great things and all the school giveaways and supplies and everything that's needed.
A lot of great activity going on.
A lot of great activity because this is a season. So we make sure you don't turn that channel because we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to, first of all, call in, but also take advantage of these free school supplies. So we'll be right back after these messages.